Good morning to all of you. UDF convener and acting president of the KPCC, my good friend Mr. Hassan, leaders of the Kerala Pradesh Congress Committee, leaders of the District Congress Committee, the ICC media in charges, Gautam and Avani, my friend Shiju, and members of the media. Five days from today, Kerala will go to elections. I'm happy that all 20 seats in Kerala will go to the polls on Friday, April 26. I've just returned from a one-day poll in Tamil Nadu. We had a poll in all 39 seats in Tamil Nadu and the lone seat in Puducherry. And I'm happy to share with my friends in Kerala that the India combination, the India bloc, is expected to win all the 39 plus 1 seats in Tamil Nadu and Puducherry. It is my sincere hope that the United Democratic Front, UDF, consisting of the Congress and other parties in Kerala, will be able to win all the 20 seats in Kerala. That's my wish and my appeal to the people of Kerala. I'm here mainly to speak about the Congress manifesto. A manifesto is an important document of a political party. My experience in Tamil Nadu over the last nearly 25 to 30 days is that the Congress manifesto has left a deep impression on the minds of the people of India, especially the hard-working middle class and the poorer sections of India. We released the manifesto on the 5th of April. The BJP constituted its manifesto committee on the 30th of March. And within 14 days, they released a document which is not titled Manifesto. It is titled Modi Ki Guarantee. I've written in today's newspapers. It is in the Indian Express, but that edition is not available in Kerala. So the BJP is no longer a political party. It has become a cult. And the cult worships Mr. Narendra Modi. It is a party of cult worshippers, and I will have more to say about the BJP in due course. I'm going to give you the principal features of the Congress manifesto, and if there are any questions, I shall be very happy to answer them to the best of my ability. The manifesto is based on 3 words: work, wealth, and welfare. These are shorthand for the 3 major problems that are faced by India in terms of economy and the political situation. The first is work. the section on work talks about the gravest challenge to India. The gravest challenge to India is unemployment. I'm sorry that some sections underestimate the problem. This is the gravest problem. In my experience, we've never had such a high rate of unemployment. I don't want to burden you with statistics, but the numbers are very clear. The labor participation rate has come down. The working population number has come down. Female participation in labor has come down drastically. And unemployment is the highest among graduates. Among graduates, the unemployment is as much as 42%, which is why you have this humiliating phenomenon of graduates, postgraduates, engineers, MBA holders applying for police constable job and Kalasi job in the railways. Work, to my mind, is the most important thing to create jobs. We have a whole section on how to create jobs, and I want the people of Kerala to know that we have a concrete, comprehensive plan consisting of several initiatives to create jobs. The BJP, before it came to power, Mr. Narendra Modi promised to create 2 crore jobs a year. In 10 years, he should have created 20 crore jobs. On the contrary, jobs have been destroyed. Jobs have been destroyed in the MSME sector. The MSME sector alone has lost millions of jobs. The IT sector in 2023 reduced its total jobs by 2 lakhs. Jobs have been destroyed in the public sector. Instead of the public sector being a job creator, it is becoming a job destroyer. The second section is on wealth. Unless we create wealth, what is there to distribute? How do we share the wealth with the people? India is among the most inequitable, unequal countries of the world. As you all know, the top 50% own most of India's wealth and earn most of India's income. Again, I don't want you to burden with numbers. I have the numbers. The bottom 50% gets a fraction of India's income and owns a fraction of India's wealth. So we have to create wealth. Here I want to make a mention of the Communist Party of India, Marxist. I have read their manifesto. There is nothing about wealth creation. There is nothing about job creation. They are saying the usual things which every party says about saving democracy and saving liberalism, but not a word about how will they create jobs, how will they create wealth. It's perhaps because the CPM does not hope to lead a government in India ever, nor if the India bloc is elected to power, it's likely that the CPM will not stay in the government. In the past also, CPM has declined to join the government. Because it is not likely to be in the government, not likely to form the government. The CPM has completely ignored job creation and wealth creation. On that ground, the CPM has no place in this election. This is not a state election. This is a national election to elect a national government. And the CPM, our principal adversary in Kerala, has nothing to say about job creation and wealth creation. The third section of the Congress manifesto is about welfare. Now, welfare is very important. Whatever Mr. Narendra Modi may say, and his puppet Niti Aayog may say, there are poor people in India. If there are no poor people in India, why do so many million people go to Maganrega work? If there are no poor people in India, why does Mr. Modi's government give 5 kilograms of rice or wheat every month per head to 80 crore people? If there are no poor people in India, why do laborers from Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, Jharkhand migrate to the south of India? If there are no poor people in India, why do Indians, young Indians, educated Indians migrate abroad to the US, Canada and Australia? If there are no poor people in India, why do millions of workers migrate to the Middle East? There are poor people in India. So every party must be committed to the welfare of the poor. And we have a whole section on welfare, what we will do to use, what we will do for women, what we will do for the scheduled caste, what we will do for the scheduled tribes, what we will do for the neglected sections of Indian people. So this is how broadly the Congress manifesto is arranged. Let me read to you, list to you very briefly the major promises. For agricultural sector, we have promised a legal guarantee for MSP. The promise of MSP is made by every party. We are promising a legal guarantee for MSP. We are promising a commission to go into agricultural indebtedness. And if the commission recommends agricultural loan waiver, we will waive the loan. Please remember, in 2007-8, it is the UPA government which waived agricultural loans on a scale of about 60,000 crore rupees. So we will waive the loan if the commission recommends a loan waiver. We are also promising a crop insurance scheme, which is a unique scheme. It is farm specific. Every farmer who owns half an acre, 1 acre, 2 acres, every farmer will be individually insured under the crop insurance scheme. And if his produce fails, he will get crop insurance, irrespective of the fact that in another part of the village, the field has yielded a good yield. It is no longer based on block or taluk or even panchayat. It is a specific farmer will be covered by crop insurance. And we have also promised under Maganrega a daily wage of 400 rupees per Maganrega worker. These have left a deep impression in Tamil Nadu. It is becoming the talking point in Tamil Nadu, and I'm sure it will be no different in Kerala. We are also promising a socio-economic caste census, something which Mr. Narendra Modi is carefully avoiding. He does not mention a word about socio-economic caste census. unless there is a socio-economic caste census, you cannot implement reservation in the true sense. Unless we know how many people are there among OBC, scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, how can you plan reservation? How can you implement reservation? Those who support reservation, if they don't support a socio-economic caste census, their support for reservation is a bogus support. Therefore, we are emphasizing a socio-economic caste census. We have also promised that all education loans where the principal amount has been defaulted or the interest has been defaulted will be waived. The one-time waiver of all defaulted educational loans as on 15th March 2024. We are promising an urban employment guarantee scheme similar to Maganrega for urban poor. We are promising for the youth an apprenticeship program. There are 45 lakh industries in India which are obliged to appoint at least one apprentice under the Apprenticeship Act. This act is not being properly enforced today. I don't think even the Prime Minister knows about this existence of the act. We will amend the act. We will require every industry, and at the end of the 1-year training period, he or she will be employed in the same industry as a regular employee. We have promised to fill the 30 lakh vacancies in the central government and central government organizations. There are 30 lakh vacancies. On the other hand, there are millions of unemployed men and women. Why has Mr. Modi's government not filled these vacancies? These vacancies have accumulated over the last 10 years. We will fill the 30 lakh job vacancies in exactly 1 year. And we have announced a Mahalakshmi scheme under which the very poor will be given 1 lakh per year to bring them up to some level of income where they can exist. We are also promising to bring a special law which will say bail is the rule, jail is the exception. Remember, it was a great son of Kerala, Justice Krishna Iyer, in 1986 laid down the law. Bail is the rule, jail is the exception, with the words of Justice Krishna Iyer. That rule is rarely followed in lower judiciary, magistrates, district judges. Ultimately, everybody cannot go to the Supreme Court to get bail. 65% of prisoners are under trials. They are not convicts. Why are they in jail? They should not be in jail. And of the under trials, 90% are OBC, SC and ST. The upper castes are rarely end up in jail. 90% of under trials are OBC, SC and ST. Therefore, we are making a special law that bail is the rule, jail is the exception. Everybody, after the first 15 days of interrogation by the police or the CBI, must be granted bail. At best, he should be in jail for about 30 days or so. Investigation can be complete. Most crimes are allegedly petty crimes. Therefore, you should be granted bail. So we're going to make a special law. We have many other promises. Our 5 Nyay guarantees, you're all aware of the Nyay guarantees. We have a guarantee on equity. We have guarantees for youth. We have guarantees for women. We have guarantees for farmers. We have guarantees for workers. These are the 5 major guarantees. Finally, I know I've taken a little too long. This is an election to save democracy. You may ask me, why are you afraid? Please understand. Under the Modi government, democracy is being eroded to such extent that most observers, most intellectuals think we are an electoral autocracy. There is this facade of a democracy, but inside the democracy is completely hollow. No institution functions truly in India with absolute independence and autonomy. Everybody is controlled by the government of India, the Election Commission, the Information Commission, the Human Rights Commission, the Scheduled Caste Commission, the Scheduled Tribes Commission, even the CAG is controlled by the government. There is gross interference in the judiciary, especially lower judiciary. There is interference in specific cases. Today, in the last 10 years of Modi government, 32 journalists have been killed. Dozens of journalists have been arrested and tried. You all know the case of Siddiqui, who went from Kerala to cover the murder of a girl. And he's been in jail. He was in jail for at least 2.5 years. I'm not aware whether he's still in jail or he's been finally granted bail. Media is completely controlled by the corporates. The major English news channels are controlled by corporates. All the newspapers are virtually controlled by corporates, except some courageous language newspapers. There is gross censorship. Every day the government says, pull this tweet down from X page, pull this out of Facebook, pull this out of WhatsApp. What is the business of government to interfere with free expression? Today, even a cartoonist cannot draw a cartoon. Remember what Jawaharlal Nehru told the famous cartoonist, Shankar? Don't spare me, Shankar. I enjoy your cartoons and I know what my faults are. Today, you can't even have a cartoon on Mr. Narendra Modi or his ministers. There is a grave erosion of freedom of speech, expression, freedom to travel. We have to restore democracy. I'm afraid, and I've said this in Tamil Nadu, if Mr. Modi's voted back to power for the third time, he will amend the constitution. He may say whatever he wants to say. He will amend the constitution. He amended the constitution and divided Jammu and Kashmir. Nobody could have even thought that a status of a state which joined the federation can be reduced to union territory. Where is the law which says that? Today this has happened to Jammu and Kashmir. It can happen to any state. It can happen to UP. It can happen to Tamil Nadu. It can happen to Bengal. It can happen to any state. And he will rule through a lieutenant governor or a governor. Now, this has to be safeguarded. We have to ensure that democratic freedoms are not eroded. Today, Parliament is a shadow of the old Parliament. Not one adjournment motion has been admitted in the Parliament in the last several sessions. Not one adjournment motion. An adjournment motion is intended to discuss a matter of extreme urgency. Are you saying that there is no matter of urgency in India which requires to be discussed in Parliament? Not one adjournment motion has been allowed. Therefore, we have to revitalize these democratic institutions, which we will do if the India bloc is voted to power. I'm afraid if Mr. Modi is voted to power, this will be the true last democratic election. There will be elections like we have in China and Russia and Iran and Hungary. You can have elections, or you will have in Venezuela on July 28. If you want to have free, fair elections and democracy, thriving democracy, based on the Westminster principles of parliamentary democracy, we must stop Mr. Modi from coming to power, and the India bloc must regain power. I am willing to take questions on the subject or any other question related to elections. Thank you. By misusing the brute majority enjoyed by it in Parliament to make laws that violated the letter and spirit of the Constitution of India, as well as the fundamental principles of lawmaking. We promise that all anti-people laws passed by the BJP NDA without proper parliamentary scrutiny and debate, especially those relating to workers, farmers, criminal justice, environment and forests, and digital data protection, will be thoroughly reviewed and changed. I have a list with me of a large number of laws in which we have mentioned that 5 laws will be absolutely repealed. And one of the 5 laws is a Citizenship Amendment Act. Why the list was dropped in the manifesto is because it became already too long. This manifesto is already 46 pages, and it's a long list of laws, almost 40, 50 laws. And 5 laws will be absolutely repealed. And you take it from me, I'm the chairman of the manifesto committee. Even if I say so, I wrote every word of it. I know what we intend to do. The CAA will be repealed, not amended, it will be repealed. We have made it in spoken parliament against the CAA, and it's been widely reported. Ms. Priyanka Gandhi, yesterday I saw a newspaper report where it says we are totally opposed to the CAA. That's what the Hindu has reported today. Therefore, let there be no doubt at all. When the protest movement started in CAA, Mr. Tharoor was the first to visit Shahid Bagh. I visited women's protest in Kolkata. I spent almost an hour with them. We have no doubt at all in our mind, and I want you also not to have any doubt that this CAA will be repealed in the first session of Parliament in which the India bloc forms the government. The first session of Parliament, CAA will be repealed. See, I have not been to any northern state so far. I have just completed a campaign in Tamil Nadu and I've come to Kerala. And I have been discussing with our Kerala friends since this morning. I will go to Delhi tomorrow. I cannot speak about something of which I do not know. I'm quite clear in my mind that the BJP is becoming a cult. The fact that the document is called Modi Ki Guarantee reminds us of other countries where they allowed this cult worship to grow. I don't have to name the countries. You all know the countries. Since 1940s, there has been cult worship in several countries. And even today, there is cult worship in at least half a dozen countries you and I are familiar with. That cult worship in India has started gaining strength and will lead to dictatorship. That is why I'm in the column today. I've warned against cult worship, and I'm glad you've read the column. What is your other question? No. As I said, I've already answered that. Next question. Which scheme?
Agniveer scheme.
Of course, it should go. It is tremendous opposition to the scheme in the states where most soldiers are recruited. It is Punjab, Haryana, Himachal, Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh. That is where the bulk of the Jawans are recruited, because they are used to 3 generations have served in the army, etc. Agniveer has to go. Agniveer is a cruel joke on the young man. He will be trained as a soldier. He will be given a gun. He will fight on the border for 4 years. He is risking his life. He may be killed. He may be injured. But at the end of 4 years, he will go. What is this? This is anti-young people, anti-Jawan, anti-spirit of the army. See, I am not familiar with the exact words traded between the Honorable CM of Kerala and the leader of our party. So don't ask me to comment on exact words traded. They are available. You can ask them questions. My view is the CPM is indeed a member of the India bloc, but it is fighting this election in Kerala as if it is a state election. This is wrong. My appeal to Mr. Pinarayi is to look at this election as a national election, which it is. And from the national point of view, who is better placed to fight the BJP? Who is better placed to form the government in Delhi? These are the 2 questions I will ask myself if I am a CPM leader. Who is better placed to fight the BJP all over India? It is obviously the Congress and not the CPM. CPM is literally a one-state party now, Kerala. It is a single state party. Second, more important question, who is better placed to form a non-BJP government? Obviously, the Congress is best placed to form a non-BJP government. CPM is in no position to form a government. Therefore, in this Lok Sabha election, the people of Kerala must vote for somebody, a party, which can form a non-BJP government in Delhi, and that party is the Congress and the UDF in Kerala.
So you spoke about the 5 laws which will be repealed. You mentioned about CAA. Which are the other
I'm trying to, I had it in the hotel. I'm trying to get the list, but this is not opening. Let me see. At the end of this press conference, I'll be able to open it. I'll give you the list. Let's take the other questions first.
In 2008.
No, the guarantee idea was born after the 3 state elections you're talking about. The guarantee idea was crystallized and articulated in the Karnataka election, in the Telangana election, and in the Himachal election. We won in Karnataka, Telangana, and Himachal. I agree. Of course, I admit we lost in some other states. Therefore, I think the guarantee idea is working. If the guarantee idea is not working, why does Mr. Modi ends up his speech by saying, Modi ki guarantee, Modi ki guarantee? He is a passionate lover of Gujarati and Hindi, Why is he using the word guarantee? In every speech he ends by Modi ki guarantee. Next time he comes to Trivandrum, he'll say, I will visit Padmanabha Swami temple. That is a Modi ki guarantee.
Rather than fulfilling the promises on one day and taking it to 5 years, which is working?
How can you fulfill promise in one day? A government is elected for 5 years. The budgets are available every year for 5 years. If everything can be done in 1 year, then why should a government be elected for 5 years? All governments, all promises are implemented over a period of 5 years.
So do you expect the Indian Alliance will win?
I hope so. I pray so. I appeal to the people to vote the India bloc to power in Delhi. I'm not sure if I can hold a press conference like this 3 days from today if Mr. Modi is elected for a third term. I'm not sure if you are going to be free to ask any question to the BJP leader.
So it has been taken against the
No. See, I cannot comment on what any other leader has said unless I have the exact words, number one. Number two, I cannot comment on individual cases. I don't know enough about each case. All I'm pointing out is these laws are being misused against opposition leaders. There are 383 MPs belonging to the BJP. 1,481 MLAs of the BJP. 163 MLCs of the BJP. The total number comes to 2,027. This includes people who have had cases, who have defected, and who are MPs or MLAs. The last example is Ashok Chavan. He is an MLA, he was an MP earlier. There is a case against him. He defected. This is the number. You tell me, you ask the BJP leaders, is the present government of Mr. Narendra Modi continuing with any case against the 2027? First of all, how many cases are there? There may be cases against defectors. There won't be case against original BJP. But which case is being continued? Which case? Are you saying that the 2027 men and women are the saints of India and all the rest 142 crore are sinners? What are they talking? These laws are being used only against opposition parties, only against opposition leaders. And the idea is, and I've said this in my column, to destroy any political opposition in India, which they will do. See, the BJP has had a two-pronged approach. One is a fatal embrace. They embrace the Akali Dal, it's over. They embrace the JGP, it's over. They embraced this RLD, it's practically over. They embraced Janata Dal Secular in Karnataka, it will be over. So it is embracing and killing small parties. The others were standing up. TMC, some state parties. The idea is to destroy them. The idea is to destroy them. And for Congress, of course, they have made their public intention. Congress booked Bharat. So Congress must be destroyed. Is this democracy? See, the Honorable CM cannot apply double standards. He is making accusations. There is a vast difference between accusation and conviction. In India, the law is, at least so far, every person is presumed innocent until found guilty. Mr. Pinarayi Vijayan, Honorable CM of Kerala, should not make accusations. If there is a case, the case will go on. The judgment will come, and then we can decide whether a person is guilty or not. How can you make accusations? I have never made accusations against anyone.
BJP has been making.
BJP is hiding the truth from India, the Indian people. There are 2,000 square kilometers occupied by Chinese troops. That is a fact testified by the MP from Ladakh. The fact testified by the Arunachal Pradesh citizens. Therefore, to say that we have secured our borders is a complete lie, number one. Number two, the Prime Minister made a statement in June 2019, quote unquote, no part of Indian territory is occupied by foreign troops, no foreign troop is on Indian soil. That statement has been broadcast, rebroadcast by China. Anytime any country raises about Chinese aggression, the Chinese media, the Chinese government telecasts that statement. The Prime Minister of India has given us a clean chit. What are you talking about? That is number two. Number three, if there is no foreign troops occupying India, why is the Ministry of External Affairs and the Ministry of Defense holding 21 rounds of talks with Chinese? What are you talking about? Are you talking about Indian festivals and Chinese festivals? Are you talking about Chinese tea and an Indian coffee? What are you talking about? If no troops are occupying India, why are you holding 21 rounds of talks?
Will Ayodhya have an impact in the elections?
Well, I hope not. Ayodhya now has a temple. We are happy. The people wanted a temple has come up. That should be the end of the story. Why should the temple in Ayodhya play a role in politics, in elections? Who should rule the country? It should have no role at all. Yes. Anything else?
BJP says they will get 400 seats. What is the hope of India Front?
What is your estimate?
How many seats is the BJP contesting? Well, first answer that question. How many seats is the BJP contesting? They are contesting about 25 seats in Tamil Nadu. They will lose all. They are contesting how many seats in Kerala? All 20. All 20, na? 16. BJP. They will lose all 16. How can they win 400 when they are not even contesting all 543? And how can they count 400 when we ourselves have calculated they will lose 41 straight away in 2 states?
What is the hope of India Front?
I said so. I hope and I pray and I appeal to the people of India, elect an alternative government. Elect a non-BJP government. The only alliance which can form a non-BJP government is the India combination. Therefore, you have to elect the India combination. Otherwise, this country is in grave danger. Grave danger of slipping into an autocracy. It is already on the path to autocracy. Majoritarian sentiments will prevail. All the minorities, linguistic minorities and religious minorities. When we talk about minorities, people forget the linguistic minorities. Linguistic and religious minorities, scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, the oppressed sections will be in grave danger, and therefore elect a non-BJP government. The BJP has ruled this country for 10 years. We know the result. The result of this election is, the result of 10 years is unemployment and inflation. That is all that we have. What have they done for Kerala? Tell me now. Got a slip of paper here. The UPA government gave projects worth 50,414 crore, roughly 50,000 crore to Kerala in the 10-year period. It included 13 academic institutions, 10 defense institutions, and every district got on an average of 5 to 6 projects. Now, let the BJP say, what has the BJP given to Kerala in the last 10 years? I sincerely hope that the people of Kerala will vote for a non-BJP government, which can only be formed in the Kerala context only by the UDF. It can never be formed by the LDF. So in this election, a Lok Sabha election, the choice is very clear. UDF versus LDF versus BJP, reject the BJP. UDF versus LDF, it is only the UDF that can form a non-BJP government. Let Mr. Pinarayi Vijayan say that his LDF can form a non-BJP government. Even he will not say that. He is too sensible to say that.